everyone, this is Aravind. I am going to implement text search using Lucene, which is an open source Java library for indexing and searching large collection of documents. And here I have shown you on how the Lucene is going to work. First, it is going to read the contents from the file share or directory, and then it's going to analyze it. Analyzing in the sense that it's going to remove the stop words, stemming, and also highlighting the text which needs to be indexed. This Lucene will create an index document which will be having all records of our data set. This index document is nothing but a primary key and a set of fields which are searchable. And this index document is going to be stored in the index directory against which we'll be running the queries. And we can integrate Lucene with Python applications using this PyLucene package. PyLucene is nothing but a Python wrapper around the Java Lucene, and it makes use of JCC, a C++ code generator that makes it possible to call Java classes from Python. And we can download PyLucene from this page, and also the installation instructions have been mentioned in this web page. We are also having Lucene.NET framework which can be used for web-based applications. I would like to show a short demo on how Lucene being used for web applications. And this is the data set, and I have created index on all the columns except ID, and I'm going to search about Kin. We got 11, and now I'm going to search based on the first name MYER, and also I'm going to search based upon the year of birth, and we got the results. And this whole thing has been implemented using Lucene.NET framework, and we can also implement it using SQL operator called like. SQL operator, it is going to be much tedious as we have to go to each and every column and then search it, but using Lucene it is going to be much simpler. Let's create a simple Lucene search application in Java. Here I am going to use Eclipse IDE, and also I created a Java project Lucene application, and also the package name as com.tutorialspawn.lucene, and all this code has been taken from the tutorialspawn website. And once we have created the Java project and package, we have to add this jar file. In this project we have created 5 Java class files. The first one is Lucene constants, which is having 4 constants which have been used in other class files, and the keyword static final means that this value will never change during the application, and this max underscore search indicates that how many documents that has to be rendered to the user. And the next one is text file filter.java, and here we have implemented a method called accept which will be taking the input as file directory. It is going to accept the files of format text. Next is indexer.java class, and this is used for creating the index files, and first we are creating an object called writer using the base class index writer. Here we have created a constructor called indexer where we will be creating a new instance of index directory and then using the standard analyzer for generating the index files. Here you can see that the create index method takes each file from the directory and then creates an index. In this get document will first fetch contents of the file and then place them in a index document. And now the index document will be added to the index using this writer object. Now the searcher.java class. Here we are creating the objects for index searcher, query parser, and query. Here we have implemented a constructor which will create an instance of index directory and also for the query parser. This query parser is used for converting the request made by the user into a using understandable language. Here the score doc represents the ranking for all the documents fetched based upon the similarity. And this search method performs the search operation on the index directory based upon the search query. This top docs returns the documents based upon the score or ranking and also based upon this max underscore search constant value. And then we are closing the search instance. Now coming to the final class Lucene tester.java, and here we have created 2 directories on where the index should be stored and also way to collect the data files. Coming to the create index method in the Lucene tester.java class, this method makes use of the indexer.java class which we have created before and then creates the index files. This takes the input as index directory and also the data directory. And here we are also keeping the logs on how much time it has taken for creating the indexes. And then coming to a search method in the Lucene tester.java class, this one will be taking the index directory and then doing this. It will be used for search operations. It will also be returning on how much time it has taken for the search operation, and also the how many documents it has found the keyword, and also the document name. These are the data files in the data directory, and each of the file will be containing this data. You can see it. And this is the main class where we will be first creating the indexes for all the data files shown before, and then searching for the keyword Arvind. Now I'm going to run this project. Here in the output you can see that each file has been read one by one, and then the indexes have been created in 99 milliseconds, and then that all the index has been queried with the key for the keyword Arvind, and Arvind has been present in the record2.txt file. Thank you so much. Have a great day.